more of the same footage from before. See, you know, Ray and Rose duking it out, of course. And then here's what we're coming for, the Fallen of Albaz anime, of course, with Ecclesia. We're seeing, you know, basically Titanclad falling into the city. Of course, we're seeing Ecclesia make contact with our boy, with the man Fallen of Albaz. In 2025, the story that lie within the cards come to life. Yo! Yo! Look at that art! Look at that art! Look at it! You got Fleur de Lis, you got Tri-Brigade over there. You got friggin' that's Fergie over there, the Tri-Brigade squad. We got Maximus up top, evil ass Maximus, ready to go. Oh, we got Tri-Brigade Mercurio right there, and then we got, oh, what's that? The Spriggans. It's the rank 4 Spriggans. Yo, they're all there with Fallen of Albaz and Ecclesia. This art is sick. This art is sick. Of course, we have the striker art, but this is what we're here for. This is what, that's not what we're here for. This is what we're here for. So yeah, this is very cool to see. New episode every month on the Yugioh OCG channel on YouTube starting April 2025. This is so cool, guys. So I just wanted to make a reaction to this and then also talk about potentially what we could be seeing, of course, because I think overall that we are going to be getting, you know, finally Yu-Gi-Oh anime for the first time based on lore from the card game instead of the card game influencing the anime, essentially. So it's going to be very cool, in my opinion, to see what they come up with for the Albaz anime. How long is it going to be is going to be my question. It says it's a short anime. We saw a tweet, actually, which is actually where I saw this originally, that I posted on my Discord, so make sure you're a part of the Discord if you're not already. But essentially, anime fans just announced at Jump Festa for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card Game Chronicles short anime, Sky Striker and Fallen of Albaz releases April of 2025, which that's my birthday, but that's besides the point. Either way, I think that's huge implications for Yu-Gi-Oh! We're getting a whole new anime series, and this time based on the lore, which makes a lot of sense. I've talked about how either we need to get a revamped anime or we have to basically get a lore anime based on the, you know, the lore that we see within the cards and the card game that we play every day, you know. A lot of the time, you know, the mechanics are so far gone right now that if they make an anime based on the actual card game, I feel like it'll be a bit too fast paced and like not translatable essentially to anime. So what are we going to see for these types of anime? We're going to see like a short, I would say probably 12 to 24 episode anime. That's what we usually see in anime seasons, whether it's Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, or like one-offs like Ranking of King. It usually is a 12 episode season part 1 and then a part 2 with another 12 episodes to fill the whole core, as they call it, or season of an anime. So I think that we will see about 12 to 24 episodes. So in my opinion, we'll probably end up seeing 12 episodes of the Sky Striker anime and then another 12 episodes of the Fallen of Albaz anime. So that's what we can probably expect. And then each new season will be a new anime from the lore. So like, because they did a vote back in like a year ago, actually asking what you guys would like to see. What was your favorite part of the anime chronicles? And Albaz was up there and Sky Striker was up there. And guys, between me and you, I voted for Sky Striker. I voted for Fallen of Albaz also. So I definitely wanted to see them both. I just think, like, what are we going to end up seeing with the Fallen of Albaz anime? Because there is a lot that we could see. Of course, you know, there's so much lore between the behind the Fallen of Albaz storyline, you know, between the connections with the Dogmaticas, where it all really started with Nadir's servant. We see Ecclesia, but then also we have the progression of the Spriggans cards and the introduction of the Sword Soul monsters, of course, and then the Tri-Brigades coming into the whole fold. I think we're going to have to see basically the whole lore kind of teased out and explained in a more coherent way than the card game actually does, of course. You know, there's going to be a lot of questions that need to be answered that I guess a lot of people like Galzo have been filling in the blanks for us and other, you know, lore divers in the community. Like, how exactly, like the transformation of how we got from Ecclesia, you know, over to Cartesia, and, you know, the addition of Quem, and then also just like Aluber's whole thing, because we have Aluber just being the evil side to the whole equation with Fallen of Albaz, him trying to become Albaz towards the end, and then just the progression of the anime. You know, where's the anime going to end? But I think, like, where is it going to start? I think overall the Fallen of Albaz anime will end up starting in this location. I think that is kind of what the trailer was leading on to. We're going to probably have an opening episode introducing us to the city of Dogmatica, and then kind of give us the rounds maybe of, it depends, because there's so many other characters that come in through the lore line. And I think that it makes a lot of sense to start off in the city of Dogmatica and kind of go from there, introduce Ecclesia, introduce Albaz, and then slowly add the new elements that we saw. It's kind of like the card game. We didn't have Mirror Jade immediately. We had Fallen of Albaz for a bit. We had Nadir Servant for way longer than we had Mirror Jade. So I think that we see something like that in that occasion, where in episode 1 or 2, we aren't going to be seeing Mirror Jade, but we are going to definitely see probably Titanclad crashing down through, through the skyline, basically. We're going to we might even see the episode end with Ecclesia running up to Albaz on episode 1. Like, this would be a great ending to episode 1, in my opinion. We could see, Ecclesia being like, hey, who are you, boy, basically. And that'd be really cool. That'd be a really cool introduction, really fire start. And we already saw what it looks like. Like, this is essentially what it's going to look like. Amazing animation studio quality, because this is Konami's in-house animation studio now. So they're going to be able to pump out these seasons of anime lore, which is going to be good for the card game too. This just helps the card game. You know, we're going to be able to get cards through the anime and vice versa, I think, which is a very good thing. And it keeps up, you know, love for the card game, which is very important. Hopefully this anime ends up getting people into the card game, because people are going to be like, when people see the Fallen of Albaz anime outside of people who actually like the Fallen of Albaz or Yu-Gi-Oh, they're going to fall in love with it, like everyone did in the TC or over here, you know, who already play Yu-Gi-Oh. So it's just like, it's such a good story. It's a compelling line with, you know, a story of Albaz basically going through the trials and tribulations to save, you know, his girl Ecclesia, and then also just saving the world. It's just, it's, you know, it's a story that has stood the test of time with the last few years being like basically the most popular lore in Yu-Gi-Oh. So I'd definitely like to see where it goes from there. And like I said, we're going to be looking like in April 2025, like I said, that's when we get this anime. We should be seeing about 12 episodes probably for each anime, 12 episodes for Sky Striker, 12 episodes for Albaz. We can really dissect this poster a little bit more too, because like I said, we see Tri Brigade Farajit, the Baron Blossom, here in the background over here, obviously. We also see this guy right here. I'm not sure who that is. I believe that's Nerval. This could be Nerval. I might be wrong on that, actually, but I know, of course, we see Shurig right here, everyone's favorite Tri Brigade. Very cool to see that, obviously. And then we have Ecclesia, Tri Brigade Mercurier. And like I said, we actually, which is cool to see, is we see the Spriggans. We do see Spriggan's Merrymaker over here, which is the rank 4. So we should see rank Therion, rank King Regulus. We might even see the rest of the Spriggans. We might see the Spriggans brothers. We should see Spriggan's Kit. I think we see Farajit over here. I'm not sure if Kit and Farajit are kind of related or they're sisters or something. Do we see the Spriggan ship X blower? You know, do we see all these things? I think there's a lot of the lore, because of course the sprite cards also get in the lore of the Fallen of Albaz anime. So will Konami go that far? Will we see the sprite monsters and the whole sprite lore? Because there is, of course, a sprite monster that completely bridges the lore between Sprite and Fallen of Albaz. It's the Fallen of Agrados or something, I think it's called. Fallen of yeah, I actually got it right. Fallen of Agaros, and this is basically a Sprite and a Fallen of Albaz card. So it'd be really cool to see that. And of course, we have the Sword Soul monsters. We have Ecclesia, which summons a Sword Soul monster itself. So if I had to guess, we will see the Sword Soul cards offhand. And if we are looking right here, this looks like the Sword Soul pillars. That looks like the Sword Soul pillars in the background. That might just be Merrymaker's art. But over here, to me, that looks like Sword Soul pillars. So that kind of, to me, shows that we'll be going over there. But also, you know, wherever Tri-Brigade Mercurier is flying, I feel like that's pretty interesting overall. And I'm going to be curious to see where we go from there. So what do you guys think? Let me know down below. I wanted to make this video. It just came out, guys, like out of Jump Festa. Shout out to Jump Festa. It's one of the best events of the whole, you know, out of anime. And then also with Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, we're getting the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime just got announced. You know, so looking forward to that. Let me know down below, guys. Comment down below. Subscribe too if you want to see more Yu-Gi-Oh! Content on the anime and the competitive card game. It's all here on Metagames GX, road to 10,000 subscribers. We'll be seeing you guys later. See you guys later. Have a great day.